Welcome to the Sports on Pulse. Hi, I'm Gary Al Smith, and with just a couple of days to the kickoff of Ghana's participation in the qualifiers for the 2018 FIFA World Cup, we are still speaking about the apparent rift between the Ghana Football Association and the Sports Ministry. The GFA's latest move is to say that because of all the bad press they've been getting, they are going to submit what they call a blank budget to the Sports Ministry. In effect, they are telling the Sports Ministry to fill the budget with any amounts that they deem fit in terms of the traveling and the logistics and also all the monetary arrangement that they want. In studio with me, Redwan Ibrahim Asante to do some analysis on the situation and also some latest news we are picking that the Sports Ministry say they will not pay for Ghana's potential friendly and planned friendly against South Africa next week as well. But first, let's hear from Ibrahim Sanidara, their Facebook spokesperson.
We presented a list of things required to make the team successful, but we have decided henceforth that we'll not send any budget with fixes on it, because there's a tendency that when you send a budget thinking that this is what is the best to help the team qualify, all is done from certain quarters is that it is intentionally sent to the media with the intention of creating the impression that you have bloated figures or you are sending for money to be spent on yourself. So we have decided henceforth that we'll only send the needs of the team. Anyway, we don't handle any monies from the ministry. So they should do their own checks. They do so. Nobody is accused of any wrongdoing. We want to protect our image. Our image is hard won. We don't want anybody to besmirch our image on any false conditions.
Is it just about the Black Stars or it runs through
all the national teams? All the national teams. Henceforth, it is the move we have taken. We have realized that a calculated effort is being made to damage our reputation from wherever it is. You send budgets, you send letters on the basis of working for the success of the team. It is intentionally and calculatedly given to the media to give it a slant that would make the FA look bad in the eyes of the public.
Have you looked at the consequences? Probably maybe you would want A and the ministry would do B for the team.
We have said that, but if they think it's the basis for a best team, we leave it. We think that we do the best under very, very difficult circumstances to make our teams work well. But the ministry thinks otherwise. They do moves just calculated to damage the image of the FA and its officials.
And even as
to protect our image, we have to protect our image.
Okay, finally, even as managers of the team, you wouldn't, care if B of what the ministry wants to do for the team will affect the Black Stars' performance.
Well, since we don't own the national teams and they own the national teams, we are of the view that they want the best for the teams.
Trying times for Ghanaian football, especially when it comes to the national teams, isn't it? Redwan Ibrahim Asante of Joy Sports team is with me in studio. It's not an easy time to be following the national teams, because for those of us who have followed the national teams for long, it is quite clear that we are going back slowly to the dark days.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't have put it better than you just said. The dark ages of football administration in the country. Back to the subject is of Sanidara propaganda, populism, or he was just putting out the facts. I think for me, sitting on the fence watching and with history on hindsight, I feel we must have a bigger body stepping into this whole rift between the ministry and the FA.
Yeah.
Is it true that anytime documents get to the FA, it's leaked?
To the ministry.
To the ministry is leaked? Yes, it's true. Is it also true that the FA is not transparent enough? We've had calls for it. Yes, it's true. So both sides have got, their, points to argue. Why don't you have a bigger body, a statement? And I'm particularly shocked that big men who've run the association before, who've been to CAF before, Wolanyo Agra, with his experience, in Ghana football, General Secretary, CAF, Jaula, Nana Bru, Batla, and co. have worked with previous, even E.T. Mensah has spoken on the need for the ministry and the GFA to reach a rapprochement in ensuring that football moves on or forward in this country. But ET has not called for a meeting, neither has the Parliamentary Select Committee invited, the leaders to come to a meeting, not meet, them separately, but both of the leaders come and let's look at this matter.
Red, not to cut you, but one such neutral body has taken the lead in the past month or so. The Sports Writers Association of Ghana, led by the Venerable Kwabena Yeboah and his executives, paid a visit to the Sports Ministry first, and then to the Ghana Football Association. And then from what we know, we don't know whether they have met both bodies.
Yeah.
But what we were told was that the talks were progressing steadily and that both of the two bodies, were going to reach the rapprochement you are talking about, only for us to start hearing statements again from, the various camps. First, it was the sports minister who fired, and then Kwesi Nyantakyi responded again.
So we are back to square one. If you listen to what's been happening, or if you've been reading what's been happening in the political, arena, peace talks are always done with both parties, coming, to the party, and then the third neutral force also in there. You can't meet them separately. SWAG did their best, and I think we sports writers, we're proud of what the leadership of SWAG, did by meeting both parties, at least, to get to a point. But listen to Sani, he says, we don't own the national teams, they do. Yeah. Where is we and where is they?
Yeah.
That's the problem. It means we are really going to hit the skates. And we're saying that we don't want the issue of we saying we and they. It's Ghana.
It's us.
It's us. I said this morning that Maldives will advertise on CNN. Azerbaijan will advertise on CNN. Botswana will advertise on CNN. Malaysia will advertise on CNN. Ghana wouldn't.
Truly Asia.
Yeah, truly Asia. They will do, but Ghana wouldn't. Because when we get to the World Cup every 4 years, we are guaranteed coverage, for a month or so. So what then happens to, our pride? If football is going to be our pride, let's move on. I think I'm not interested in who has got a case, who is not, and yes, the FA feels slighted. Likewise the ministry. You have to come to me. I'm the controlling body. Maybe somebody might be right. But then is the approach.
Fantastic. In terms of approach as well, today, again, we have heard on radio, and it's not official, but we heard on a radio station here in Accra that the sports minister said that Ghana's intended friendly, which was announced by the South Africans as having been agreed for the 11th of October.
Yeah, that's on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, will not come on because the sports minister says Ghana will not get anything. And this is what the GFA have been complaining about, that if you have such a stance, write to us and call us to it. Don't say it on radio.
That's it. I'm saying that. So, what was the talk, and what did the FA also communicate to the ministry? Is, it's a chicken and egg situation.
Yeah, which comes first?
Which comes first? I mean, we can be comfortable and put our fingers to the buttons and say yes, the ministry is right or the FA
GFA,
so it's right. But this is Ghana. That's why.
And quickly, we don't have a lot of time, but this is in the long run going to affect us. It's going to.
It has affected us already. Let's see the players. They have a WhatsApp platform, the Black Stars players. They discussed matters relating to the national team. Players are unhappy.
Yeah.
They're unhappy. They're unhappy with certain people. I don't want to mention it, but they are unhappy with certain people and who are involved in this whole Black Stars business. Avram Grant is unhappy, and I know Avram Grant, the last game against Rwanda, told the players, we don't have authority behind us, but what I can, entreat you to do is to get the results, and then let's see if things will go
for yourself.
on well.
Thank you very much, Ridwan, for your analysis. And really, the Black Stars, at this point, they have to play for themselves, really, because the authorities that be are busy bickering. We'll get more analysis as the game comes closer. Tonight, we'll do more previews of the qualifiers in the 2018 FIFA World Cup. My name is Gary. I'll speak later.